Mondo's still alive, but I played on all the Dwarves records since 1993, and I play bass on all the Dwarves records in the studio. I write some songs every now and again for them, but I haven't done any live shows with them for some time. But I just did the last European tour with them, and their normal bass player is not with them anymore. So I'm going to be sitting in with the Dwarves as a full-time bass player for a while and blast. When I get home, we just recorded a song right before I left with Joey Castillo on drums and Mike Nider and Clifford Densmore, blast song. Their first tune in 30 years for a split with I Hate God, and that's going to come out. And also, when I get home, as soon as I get home on the 17th, look at that mouse. As we get home on the 17th, we're going to do a new record. So as soon as I get home, like from 17th to the 1st of September, we make a new blast record. I had a couple staples in my head and rolled my car and smashed. I fell asleep driving, working on this last record I did called The Uncontrollable. I was going to do an acoustic record, and I decided to do, instead of doing acoustic records, now I'm going to do electric records where I play everything on it. I played the drums, played the bass, played the guitar on it, and I had some guest guitar solos on it, because I'm not the best at solo. I did some of the solos, but I prefer other people's solos to my own, so I had some good friends of mine sit in and do, the solos. But I did everything else on it, and I figured it was better to do that than do an acoustic record, because acoustic is okay to see live sometimes, but an acoustic record can be a hard listen. So I'll still do an acoustic song here and there, every now and again recording, but I'm going to do, try to do the records like that now, and then just go out and tour the records acoustic for my electric stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to play drums for me and try to get better at different instruments that I'm not the best at. I want to get better at, so it's fun for me. Everything I normally sing about is that are my own songs or something you have to be able to sing with some conviction and be believable. And even if you're doing somebody else's song, if you can't get behind what they're saying and sing it with some sort of, you have to be able to believe it. If I go see a band and I don't believe what the singer's singing, or I don't believe the singer, no matter what they're singing, it's like, I don't believe him. He's lying. I don't like him. I don't know. Band's great, but I don't believe what he's saying. I don't believe him. You got to be able to sing with some conviction, and so you have to be able to get behind what you're saying. And so everything I sing is about stuff that's happened to me and stuff that's happened to friends of mine or stuff that I've experienced. My girlfriend at home makes leather. She makes clothes for Hell's Angels and for other bands and stuff, and people that like leather gear and stuff.
Okay.
And she came up with the idea, I don't make a leather sleeve. I have the No Remorse leather sleeve Motorhead record, and was playing it one day, and she's like, wow, that's a great idea. And she's like, why don't we make some limited edition leather sleeves? I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. So we're going to do that, and for the next record, we're going to do that with the 45 that slips in there too, like a special edition thing, trying to keep that cool limited edition thing, and No Balls here in Germany, No Balls Records. Stefan has done a good Mondo Generator record, which I have with me here. It's like half black, half red. Looks like it's
zombie.
Super cool, So we have a couple different things, and I like to keep everything on a cool collectible kind of thing for the people that do like what I do, and make it something interesting to have, because otherwise it's just it's Beatles' White record, Beatles' White album, which is a fantastic record, but everybody has it. It's not limited. It's not something special because everyone has it. But it is a special record. Not taking away from that, but it's something that everybody else has. And I like things that are like, I have this, you don't have it. Check it out. This is rad. And And I've been collecting records since I was a little kid, you know. Spelled like that, R-O-Y-A-L-E, and then Demons, D-A-E-M-O-N-A-S, because it's 13 letters. You know, it had to be 13. So that was Wino's idea. He's like, dude, it's Royale Daemons. It's got to be 13 letters. You know, Wino's a champion. He's a hero of mine and a great friend. And he's a badass. And he was just staying at my house while I was on this last tour with the Dwarves. He was there for a month or two, and when I got home, he was still there. And he was still there. I was like, "What are you doing here, bro?" He was still there. You know, he was there when I left, and he was there when I got back. I was like, "What's up?" And yeah, he's back on the East Coast, and he's doing his thing, and he's constantly putting out new music and writing. And we did a thing with me and him and Joey Castillo on drums, and we did a 7-inch. And hopefully Southern Lord's going to put it out, or somebody's going to put it out. But it came out super cool, and man, he had like a day left in LA, and he was like, "Let's go in the studio." I was like, "Okay." I call up a friend. We got in the studio and banged it out real fast, and it turned out really, really, really cool, man. It's a heavy. Everything was like a one take. You know, we went in and did it, and he's like, "Okay, I got to do vocals." Okay, he did a vocal, I did a vocal, and everything's like a take. It's not like, "Oh, I can better that." It's like, that's perfect. Let's leave it at that. And it was awesome, man. And Wino, be able to play with Wino is a super dream come true. You know, he's St. Vitus, and you know, the Obsessed, man, Shine, the Hidden Hand, everything he does is it's important, you know. And the Royale Daemons, you know. Hopefully we'll be able to get that out and play some live shows someday soon too. You know, it'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
I'm a supporter of anything that's done well and of the desert, and there's a lot of great bands that come from where I lived and when I was a kid, and bands that people should know about. You know, that a lot of people don't know. You know, that were like these great bands. And I saw Mario Lalli and Scott Reeder and Alfredo Hernandez, and I believe his name is Mark Anderson or Mike. I always get the two mixed up. There was a brothers, Mike and Mark. One did the photos for Blue Thread Sun, like the picture of us in the back. Yeah. And he was either Mark or Mike, and I know the other one played guitar in Across the River, which is before, you know, Inglenook or Yanni Man, or which later became Fats and Jetson. It was I was in 9th grade, and they set up a power line from these portable classrooms they had at Indio High School, and it was lunchtime. They had a smoking section out there, and I went to grab a cigarette. I was going to ditch school with this girl, and I had like a bottle of rum or something. We were going to go drink it, and I was going to try to screw her or something. Going to ditch the rest of the day and go try to have sex with this girl or something. I don't know. It was something you do in 9th grade. You know? And it was funny because this band started playing, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" And they were so good. And we didn't leave. We sat there and watched the whole thing, the whole lunchtime. They just rocked from a power line set up from the school. Like I don't even know if they asked. They just set up and played at the smoking section at Indio High School. And I was like, whoa. There's like a picture in the annual that year of like Mario playing. It's so rad. But we didn't leave until after that, and then we ditched the rest of the day. We're like, whoa, we were going to leave right at the beginning of lunch, so we waited for the whole band to play. And they were called Across the River, and they were super heavy, super badass. I don't remember any of the songs off the top of my head because it was so long ago, but I remember it didn't suck, and it's a shame that those songs aren't recorded and put out. I'm sure they might. Mario has recordings of the song. Scott does?
Scott has it.
Wow. Why don't they release that stuff?
I think he's working on it, actually.
They got to put that stuff out because it's super badass, and like they should come out and tour it and do it, you know. And like, man, that stuff's super good. And Mario is a true champion. Like he's the godfather of a lot of desert sound and desert parties, and just making there be a scene there when there wasn't, you know, like insisting that there's a scene. We are doing this thing, and we got a party coming up next weekend, and he's got a generator, and he's going to throw a party, and they got some unsound, Brian Maloney, you know, had a generator too. They throw parties and these great bands. And Unsound was my favorite band from the desert. A lot of people were like, Caius, and I'm like, no, dude, Unsound was the shit. They were the best. They were like heavy. They had the heaviness and speed of like Discharge and the heaviness of Sabbath and you know, it all combined, and it's like, and they were so good, man. And the singer Ian Taylor, who plays in Mondo Generator now, was our lead singer. And when he was younger, he was all over the place. He's now playing in Adolescence, you know, as one of his dream bands. So he's super excited. And yeah, it's good to see my friends come up, you know, how they want to. And I want to see all my friends do well and be happy, you know. And so it's been fortunate for the desert to finally get some recognition, because when we were doing it, there was a Seattle scene going on, and it just overshadowed anything else anybody else was doing. And so it's finally coming to be, and these documentaries are helping to get the information and out to people that there was something going on there, and it was important to us, and hopefully it's important to other people when they hear what was going on there, you know. Blast will be the next thing I do, but I am also working on my own stuff right now. Because I play drums on it, I practice a lot at home, and I write a lot of songs on drums for my new shit. Like I did the last record, like I never written songs on drums before, but I was like humming parts in my head, and then I transposed it to guitar, like playing drums, humming parts, and oh cool, and the songs came from that, and which I'd never done before, so they're kind of weird tunes, you know, but that's how the riffs came out, and that's what I'm doing the new record like that. So I have like a drum set at home, and I just play and I hum the parts and I transpose it and I record it, and so I got a few songs going right now, like 6, and I need to get like 10 to do the new record, and I have to make sure my drumming is what I'm trying to do is what I want it to be, and it's going to take me a minute to get that because I'm not as good on drums as I want to be. But I can get there if I keep knocking it out, you know. So it's going to be better on drums next time, and more things going on with that, because I think that's important to show something better than the last thing, you know. Like, oh, he's doing this thing now, cool, you know. I want to be able to get better, you know, on all the instruments that I try to play, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the new one. And lyrically, it's going to be I'm already working on, so it's going to be interesting and cool. And there's a lot of things that have happened in the past year or so. So it'll be an interesting record. It'll tell a story here and there on each song, and it's going to be a good record. You know, it's going to be heavy, and it's going to be pissed off, and it'll be angry and in a good time as well, and it'll be sexy and angry and pissed and happy and party and a good time and all the different things that I am, you know. Cool. So it'll take in all the different directions that I live in, you know. I have some Dwarves stuff coming up where they're going to do a tour of the first Sub Pop record, Blood, Guts, and Pussy, in its entirety, which is 17 minutes long. We're going to go do that. In the States, we're going to do some of that, and hopefully we'll get over here and do it too, but I don't know. And I know Blast is, after we make the new record, is supposed to come over and do some stuff. And November, we're hoping to get Uncontrollable or Mondo Generator over here, which is going to have to be booked starting now. So my booking agent's here today. I'm going to talk to him, me and Mike, and try to get something going. And she's got nice titties. Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Hope you're having an awesome fest.
Nice.
And nice tour.
Cool. Thank you.
Everything styles my skin, push it, break it out, I'm gonna leave you. He was a mongoloid,